To win it in a walk-off walk in extra innings, their 6 walk-offs this season now lead the majors. 1-0 the final in what was a pitcher's duel tonight between Luis Severino and Landon Roop. It is the first time the Giants have won back-to-back games since May 7th, and they improve their home record to 15-7. It's Toyota Giants Postgame Live. Welcome inside the NBC Sports Bay Area studios. Laura Britt alongside George Contos, and they made you wait for it. Another walk-off win for the Giants.
That was just exciting. I mean, the walk-off win, and then you had the guy who had the game of his career yesterday offensively, who put together an incredible at-bat. And yet again, we have Wilmer Flores joining us on the show in the post-game interview.
When you win it every time, Wilmer, you got to talk to us after every game. I see you already got the early cooler shower today. Well, since 2014, Wilmer, you lead the majors in walk-off RBI amongst all players in Major League Baseball. What's your reaction to that?
Man, that's pretty cool. Coming on through on those moments, I'm very proud of it.
That's that bat right there. I mean, Mason Miller's throwing 104 miles an hour. What does it look like? Tell us.
Oh, another one. Well, they get you twice.
Cold enough. It's cold enough out there, and he gets it even more.
Yeah, you were saying? Sorry.
No, it's all good. You get to celebrate with a little water dunk on you. Just walk us through that last at-bat. What does 104 miles an hour look like? Mason Miller's got great stuff. Just walk us through what that whole at-bat.
I mean, my heart's still racing from those fastballs, man. Those fastballs just jump. I was laying in one, and I said, I was just looking middle in, and try to put it in play because you can't do much with it. It's 140. It gets on you quick.
Did we see you give a little chuckle at one of his 104s that he threw at you?
Which one? The last one?
I think it was maybe the third one.
I saw one. You smiled and you fouled one off, and you gave a little smile like, oh man, that's coming in pretty quick.
Oh, because that was one of my best swings right there, and I missed it. That tells you. I mean, it was coming in hot.
Well, Wilmer, congratulations again on the win. Go celebrate with your teammates. Enjoy this one.
Thank you.
Thank you for stopping by, Wilmer. Wow, what a game and what a win as we check out what's hot. This is brought to you by Service Champions Heating and Air Conditioning. You had to wait until the bottom of the 10th in this game, but Patrick Bailey with an amazing bunt to advance the runners that put Adames at third and Wade at second. And then Tyler Fitzgerald strikes out, but they intentionally walk Mike Yastrzemski to pull up to Wilmer Flores, who had the game of his life yesterday.
Obviously, that at-bat to Wilmer was the at-bat everyone's going to remember. It was the walk-off walk and what won everything. But that at-bat by Patrick Bailey, and you have to have incredibly soft hands to get that ball down as softly as Patty Bailey did right there. And that was the other really good at-bat this inning because it set up the inning for how it ended up happening, right? You advanced the runners to second and third. You had that open base. Then you have Tyler Fitzgerald up to bat, righty on righty. Mason Miller's obviously going to attack him the way he would anybody else. He's probably going to attack guys in any capacity with the stuff that he has. He gets the strikeout there. Then what I thought was a good move, because you want to load the bases to have a force at any bag. So what happens there, instead of you having the infield having to play in for a forced play at home plate, you can go back to normal depth. Therefore, you would have a force out at any play if somebody were to put the ball in play on the ground or whatever. So you load the bases, and then obviously you have the Wilmer Flores at-bat, which ends up winning it. But what an incredible at-bat there. I mean, you could see him chuckle. He put a good swing on it, and he still didn't get it. And that's one of those ones that makes the game so fun and interesting and exciting, is when you have that mano-a-mano back and forth. And the Giants obviously come out on top on this one, thankfully.
I loved you asking Wilmer about the speed, because you might not think that there's a huge difference between 96, 98, and 104. Can you take us through, people that don't throw these types of pitches or see this coming at them, what a big difference that is and how much it can throw your timing off?
It's an incredible difference. I mean, 96 to 102 or 104, that's an incredible difference. That's like 3 gears, not just one. You know, when I've talked to hitters in the past, and, you know, my fastball was always, you know, in the low 90s, 91 to 94. But I had good life on my fastball, which means I backspun it well. So 91, 92, 93 played up a little bit. That plays up to like 95, 96. That looks like 98, 99. Then you have 100 And you heard Wilmer say it right there to us. He said, it's 104. It gets on you. I mean, there's no reaction time. You have to get your foot down. You have to see where that ball comes out of his hand. You have to recognize if it's a fastball or a breaking ball, and then you have to try and hit it. That's just an incredible job that these guys did to work counts and get on base for Wilmer to eventually draw that walk.
Melvin's press conference.
Bob, given Wilmer's night last night, A, were you surprised about Yastrzemski getting walked in front of him? And B, how do you evaluate Wilmer's at bat?
Wilmer's at bat was incredible. I mean, you 3-2 right there. You know you're going to get a fastball, and you're going to have to start really early to get to it. For a guy's throwing 103, 104 miles an hour, and for him to take that pitch was kind of vintage Wilmer stuff. Even the 2-2 slider to lay off that, just an incredible at bat. So, yeah, right guy at the plate.
Given what he's been able to do all season long, when he comes to the plate in a situation like that, do you almost expect him to come as professionals and at bat as possible?
He's facing pretty good pitcher at that point. You know, we're just trying to somehow scratch a run across the entire game, let alone that inning. But, you know, Miller's really good. So to be able to put together an at-bat like that, I mean, yeah, pretty good.
It was like 3 straight innings where your relievers threw all strikes, and then Camilo comes in and strands the runner. Is that as good as that group has been this year?
Yeah, and they had to be. I mean, it just felt like that game was just going to keep going. You know, with the quality of the relievers coming in behind 2 starters that threw 6 innings. That there were, I think, one time each they were in a little bit of trouble, and then relievers came in the game, and it just felt like something like that was gonna take to win the game.
After another walk-off win here at home, what can you say about how the boys have been playing in front of the home crowd?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, to get off to a good start that way, I think that's their 6th or something like that already this year. The fans are into it. They inspire us. I mean, even last year we had 10 here, I think, at home. So, yeah, I mean, playing at home, we know that a lot of these games are going to be close. They're going to be low-scoring games. You got to play good defense. You got to pitch well and try to scratch across a run. We've been able to do it here at home quite often.
Regarding the strategy,
the Giants and A's both with 5 hits tonight, but San Francisco gets the 1-0 win in extra innings, walk-off fashion. The Giants' 6 walk-off wins, the most in the majors. We're going to get a look at some Giants defense, which makes the cut for the highlight zone that's coming up next. Well, Wilmer Flores getting a lot of love tonight, but we're checking out our play of the game that's brought to you by Toyota. Jung-Hoo Lee is very deserving of some defensive love. Look at this. Kruk and Kipe were talking about how difficult that play is in the sun, and I don't think that can be overstated.
It needs to be said many, many times because that's such a hard play. I mean, the reason that this play is so difficult is because he's not really picking a direction to run. He's turning around and running straight backwards and then has to just stick his hand up, and that's where the ball ends up. That was an incredibly well-judged and well-played and well-timed. I mean, that was very Jim Edmonds-like, going straight back the way he used to. But that was a great play by Jung-Hoo there.
Well, no, defense mattered a lot today in a game where there are no runs scored throughout regulation. The Giants have now played 5 straight games without an error. And I think tonight, especially, both the A's and the Giants, neither team had errors. But when you're playing in a pitcher's duel, that's all that matters, really. I mean, you got to get some offense, but that's hard to come by in a pitcher's duel.
When neither team wants to give in and let the other team score, when you're having that many zeros put up by not only the starters but the pitching staffs in general, one run usually ends up being the difference in the ball game. And especially the Giants teams that we've been on historically, that run thrown in, that RTI is a real stat. And if you can play clean baseball, you're going to win a lot more of those close games than not.
Well, the Giants and A's in this rivalry series weekend, this presented by Chevrolet. There are a lot of rivalry games going on all across Major League Baseball this weekend. But, of course, we're focusing in on the A's and the Giants now, the I-80 series. This is the all-time matchup numbers that you're looking at right now. So the A's came into this series with the up on the Giants. So the Giants trying to make up for some, 30 years of games in this. I think it's really interesting because the past two seasons, the Giants and A's have split this series overall, the season series. And I think it goes to show just how you can really throw out the stats. No matter how good or how bad a team is, you can throw out the stats when it comes to rivalry games.
I very much agree. And the crazy part, too, is just how close and how tight-knit this series has been. I mean, look at that. Out of 150 games, you have 76 wins for the A's and 74 for the Giants. The pitching is right there, neck and neck. The runs per game are literally right there. That's a pretty good even-up series right there. And you can tell, and you can see right with those numbers why it's been such a great series historically.
Yeah, the walk-off wins, the Giants with 7. And if you're wondering, when was the last time the Giants walked it off against the A's at Oracle Park? Well, it was June 26th of 2021. Kurt Casale walked it off for the Giants.
Good old Kurt.
Great guy.
Oh, good piece of hitting right there, too. Stayed right on top of it, through the top hand, right in the corner for Steven Duggar coming hot across third base.
All right, we are going to roll straight into the highlight zone. This brought to you by Mancini's Sleep World as the Giants pick up win number 27.
오늘 밤 샌프란시스코 자이언츠의 경기를 지켜본 모든 야구 팬들이 입을 모아 외친 이름은 단 하나였다. 바로 이정후. 연장 전까지 이어진 숨막히는 투수전. 0대 0의 팽팽한 균형이 계속된 1회 말. 그 누구도 예상하지 못한 전율이 일렁이는 한순간이 벌어졌다. 빛의 속도로 날아든 강렬한 타구. 태양은 하늘에서 눈부시게 내리쬐고 시야는 흐려졌지만 이정후는 주저하지 않았다. 뒤를 향해 몸을 완전히 비튼 채 정면으로 질주한 그는 마지막 순간 본능적으로 글러브를 뻗었다. 그리고 기적처럼 공은 그의 글러브 속으로 빨려들었다. 해설진은 그 장면을 두고 짐 에드먼즈를 연상케 하는 수비라고 극찬했다. 전설의 이름과 나란히 언급될 정도의 놀라운 수비였다. 이정후의 이 한 번의 수비는 단순한 아웃 하나로 끝나지 않았다. 그것은 경기의 흐름을 완전히 바꾸는 결정적 장면이었다. 이 수비가 없었다면 초반 실점으로 이어졌을 상황. 그러나 이정후는 몸을 던져 자이언츠의 운명을 지켜냈다. 그 이후로도 경기 내내 실점은 허용되지 않았고 결국 연장 10회 말 자이언츠는 짜릿한 끝내기 볼넷으로 승리를 거머쥐었다. 물론 오늘 경기의 영웅은 윌머 플로레스일지도 모른다. 그러나 그 극적인 결말을 가능하게 만든 숨은 주역, 승리의 서막을 연 진짜 주인공은 단연 이정후였다. 이정후의 수비는 단순한 기술이 아닌 감동 그 자체였다. 팬들은 자리에서 벌떡 일어나 박수를 보냈고 중계 카메라는 연신 그의 리플레이를 보여주며 극찬을 아끼지 않았다. 이정후는 오늘 다시 한번 증명했다. 그는 단순히 한국에서 성공한 선수가 아니라 메이저리그 무대에서도 빛나는 진정한 월드클래스 수비수라는 것을. 그리고 자이언츠의 유니폼을 입은 지금 그는 팀을 위한 희생과 헌신 그리고 놀라운 집중력으로 한 경기 한 경기를 전설로 바꿔가고 있다. 야구는 기록의 스포츠이자 감동의 스포츠다. 오늘 이정후가 보여준 단 한 번의 수비는 기록 이상의 가치를 지녔다. 그것은 팬들의 가슴 속에 오래도록 남을 명장면이었다. 이제 또 어떤 순간이 우리를 기다리고 있을까? 다음 경기에선 또 어떤 전설이 탄생할까? 이정후의 다음 플레이가 벌써부터 기대된다. 계속해서 자이언츠의 경기를 지켜봐 주시고 이정후의 위대한 여정에 함께해 주시길 바란다.